Hiking is a great activity. You get to enjoy nature and have a workout at the same time. When you hike off the grid, it can be refreshing. But the thing about being off the grid is that nobody can help you right away when you are in trouble. A group of hikers stumbled on a hidden tomb during one of their adventures. The entrance to the tomb was covered by a large circular stone. The hikers scrambled over to check it out. Imagine their excitement when they rolled the stone door over. Emma, her husband Chris, and their friend Tommy entered the tomb without hesitation, excited that they could discover something big. But after taking a few steps inside, the excitement turned into fear. The passage seemed to go for miles. It was a good thing they were prepared and brought some headlamps with them. Then they reached a stop when they found themselves in front of a locked gate. Chris and Tommy immediately wanted to try the locked door. Emma, on the other hand, was more hesitant. She told the two that this may not be a good idea and that they should go back. But Chris also pointed out that they have already come this far. If they would not finish what they started, they would be spending the rest of their lives wondering about it. And nothing is worse than always having what-ifs bothering you. In the end, Emma's adventurous spirit and curiosity got the best of her. Emma knew Chris was right. Emma gave in and agreed to continue their exploration. Tommy found a heavy and solid stone, hoping that it can help break the old lock. Tommy tried to crush the lock with the heavy stone, but the lock did not budge. The three tried different methods to open the door. Tommy then tried to kick the door down. He gave the stubborn door a strong kick. The sound echoed down the dark hallway. Everyone held their breath as the door creaked open. The three slowly stepped into the hallway. The air was musty and damp. It seemed like they stumbled into something ancient. The walls were lined with strange hieroglyphic-like symbols. Emma did not feel comfortable in the dark passageway anymore, but Chris and Tommy encouraged her to keep going. There was no way they could not turn back now. They may be on the verge of discovering something big. Then, a few minutes later, the trio did stumble into something big. The group stopped in their tracks and Emma's scream pierced through the empty ancient hallway. They finally found something unexpected. The group stumbled into a room with a bunch of skeletons. And if that was not scary enough, there was something strange about the skeletons. They were arranged in a circle. One of the skeletons had a box on their hands. When Emma calmed down, they tried to get a closer look at the box. The box was covered in writing. They could not understand it, nor did it look familiar. It looked like an unknown language. Emma was being like a downer. Can't she understand that they have stumbled onto something potentially great? Emma pleaded with them to just leave the box alone, but Chris and Tommy were determined to uncover the secrets that came along with it. The box was clearly something important. This was an opportunity that they should not let slip away. Tommy agreed with Chris. Chris said they should just take the box. Now they have the mysterious box. They decided it was time to make their way out. But when they finally reached the gate, they saw something unexpected. Their eyes widened. The locked gate that Tommy kicked open was closed and locked again. Does this mean they were not the only ones who knew about the tomb? Was someone aware that they were inside and locked them in? Chris and Tommy exchanged worried looks. Maybe Emma was right all along. Suddenly they hear a faint rustling sound behind me. Was something in the tomb with them? "Kick it open, Tommy," Emma said urgently, desperate to get out of the tomb. Tommy finally managed to kick the door open again. Their hearts pounding and with the fear giving them an adrenaline rush, the three ran out of the tomb as fast as they could. They had to get out of there right away. Relief washed over them as they reached the end of the tunnel and felt the open air. They emerged from the tomb breathless and shaken. There were a lot of questions running through their minds. They almost forgot that they took the mysterious box with them. The first thing they needed to do was to go back to safety and then deal with the box. They walked back to where they left the car. But even when they were safely inside the car, nobody talked about what just happened. The three of them agreed to forget about the mysteries of the day for now and deal with the box when they reached Chris and Emma's house. Suddenly, Tommy asked Chris to just drop him off at his apartment. He suddenly decided that he did not want to do anything with the box. It seemed like he got spooked. Emma turned to Tommy and reminded him that he was the one who took the box. But Tommy could not be convinced to go home with them. He said he was exhausted and needed some rest. Chris and Emma dropped Tommy off and took the box home with them. Emma was so uneasy about having the mysterious box in their house. Chris, on the other hand, was curious and excited to find out what was in it. But Emma was also feeling too tired. They both decided to sleep on it. She did not want Chris toying with that thing alone. The next morning, Chris rolled out of bed, eager to open the box. He rushed to the garage where he left it. But he found that finding out more about the box would be not as easy as he thinks. He had tried everything he could think of, but the box was sealed shut. Chris was not sure what to do with it. After finding out Chris could not open it, Emma told him they should just surrender it to the cops. But Chris was not ready to give it up yet. Emma reminded him that it was not theirs anyway, they just took it. Chris tried all the tools that he had, but the box still would not budge. In the end, Chris decided Emma was right. It was useless keeping the box to themselves if they could not even open it, and Emma did not want to keep it. The best way to deal with the box was to give it to the cops, and hopefully they will find the right authorities to deal with it. Chris made the call and explained the situation. The cops immediately arrived within minutes. When the cops took a look at it, they did not hesitate to take it away, saying that this may be important. They told Chris and Emma that they would have to send it to the right experts. Chris requested that they would be informed once they get to crack it open. Weeks had passed and they had never heard anything about it. Chris and Emma almost forgot about the box when the cops came knocking on their door once more. They dropped by to tell them that there were developments. They informed Chris and Emma that the box was a big deal. They were able to open the box and found artifacts from a lost ancient civilization. This could be one of the biggest finds in history, and they were the ones who discovered it. Now they were asking for help to point out to them the exact place where they found it. Chris, Emma, and Tommy were all headed back into the depths of the tomb to uncover more. This time, they were more confident with the cops to back them up.